Well, that's good. Let's start this thing. Hey, everybody, this is Jeff Herring, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Content Profit Show, Content Profit Seats, here on Substack. Okay, we got right here Marilyn Zink, this is her Content Profit Seat. Been doing this now for about 2.5 years. It's just the first one here on Substack. So let me just give you an idea of what's coming. We're going to take an article of Marilyn's and we're going to convert it into a profitable product. We're not going to wave a magic wand and it's all done. We're going to outline it and talk about it and set it up. Okay. And then once we wrap, this will be, I might put this out later today as a post, definitely by tomorrow. And there'll be the show notes where you can get a hold of Marilyn and get a hold of me and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, welcome to the show. Glad you guys are here. Now, listen, if you want to be sitting where Marilyn is, not in her house, but in a content profit seat, all you got to do is go to jeffherring.com/CPI. Okay. jeffherring.com/C as in cat, P as in Paul, I as in Iris. And there's a schedule there. Okay. No charge. We just do it because it's fun. And I like helping people. My whole thing's for helping people turn their content into cash. So there you go. All right. So, Marilyn, welcome to the show. We've done
Thank
this before. Folks, Marilyn is a student of mine, and I got to brag on her. Okay. I got a whole lot of people recommending me, the recommendations on Substack. Marilyn has got the most to me by a big long shot. Okay, so yay to you, thank you to you. Um, keep those things coming. Okay. Um, so Marilyn, how'd you get into all? Well, I swear I'm going to turn it over to you in a second. Okay, but folks, her Substack is called Herbs with Marilyn. Okay, and today I was getting ready for the first time. I thought, that's kind of got a for a guy that grew up in the '60s and '70s. That's kind of got a double meaning, right? And in case you're wondering, yes, at 13 years old, I did everything you could do wrong, and got caught. And there's a whole story there I'll tell someday. All right. So, Marilyn, how'd you get into all this stuff about herbs and herbal stuff and all of that?
Well, many years ago, I was a daily news reporter, so I have some writing background, and I had some health issues, and I was struggling with that. And one of them was I had to use an inhaler for asthma, and so I went to a health food store, and I was like, "What do you have that can help me with that?" And so that took me down the path and learning about herbs. And then I had had my son was born. I thought I don't really want to work full time in a newspaper, and I decided to start my own little publication, which is the Herbal Collective magazine, which is now going strong still and as an online publication. And it's available for our upgraded members of Herbs with Marilyn. So I'm constantly adding new issues, archived issues and current issues, and every issue has a theme. So I thought it's centered around, curate articles around the theme, and then it really gives people some good ideas about not just herbs but different modalities like essential oils, and gardening with herbs, healthy recipes, and I do a herb of the month. So
I love that. Herb of the month. Okay. All right.
yeah, so
I'm
all
going
the
to leave it
different
alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay.
yeah. But so it's part of and so I call it a herbal journey because everybody sort of starts on a herbal journey, and some of us are maybe just starting to find out about herbs, and we're like, how can this help me? Or maybe I want to learn how to add more flavor to my food. I want to grow them. Maybe I have a certain health issue. How can this help me with that?
Right.
And so there's a lot of questions around that, and there's with the internet now we have so much out there, but there's also a lot of confusing stuff.
Right.
And as someone who's been a journalist and educated, I'm in the field. I'm a chartered herbalist, and I'm a certified nutrition coach with Precision Nutrition Level 1, and also I took training as a reflexologist. So anyway, as part of that, I feel bound to give people accurate information. I do a bit of digging, and I
Sure.
have
And you bring a lot of gifts to
research.
the table too.
Yeah,
It also sounds like you're your own ideal client.
in some way, yes.
That's a good way to know your clients. Now, talking about things that are confusing out there, Marilyn's article is called Five Common Misconceptions About Hers. Now, she's learned about the three mistakes, content template, and other ones for me. I like your spin on it, misconceptions. Look for a content creation template coming your way soon, called Misconceptions. All right, so when basically, folks, what I want you to pay attention to is this. Okay, this could be three, this could be five, this could be seven of your stuff. Okay, that we're going to take from an article that did, and it did really well on Substack, didn't it?
Yes, yes. I think last count was 780 views.
All right, so
So
you'll break 1,000 on this one. Cool. That's running good. And folks, there's a little extra hint there. Okay, pay attention to your articles that do well. They're the ones that turn into what we're doing here. So anytime you've got five something, Marilyn and everybody, you've got five chunks of information, five chapters, five modules, five courses, five parts of a mini course, five trainings in a mastermind. Okay, so we promoted this and we talked about it, Marilyn, as we're going to turn this from an article into one product. Would it be okay with you if we did more than one?
oh,
Built
sure.
out a little pipeline for you. Okay, I didn't think you're going to say no, and if you did, I'd be like, we're going to do it anyway. All right, so first thing I would do is this is a great ebook. Okay, it's a 5-chapter ebook. Okay, and you've already got each chapter started,
Yeah.
right? And so all you need to add is like a checklist and a case study, a story, that kind of thing, which is really easy to do now. And then do that for each chapter. And one of the cool things you can do is at the end of each chapter, actually at the beginning too, is this chapter is sponsored by, can be an affiliate, can be
Right.
something of yours or whatever.
Right.
Um, you do an introduction on the front end, and you never, ever, ever, never, under any circumstances, do a conclusion. Okay. You do something called next success steps. Okay.
Right.
Because people are going to get a flavor for you. Okay. There's a joke in there somewhere with hers, but I won't go there. People are going to get a flavor for how you work and want to do more with you. And boom, there's a way to invite them. Right.
Yeah.
And so this could be a lead magnet or a, a paid lead magnet of like a dollar, $5, $7. If you're going to sell it, I would start around 17 just to get some buying behavior and then move it up from there. Now, one of the next things you could do is a master class. Okay, you've got 5 chunks. If you did
Right.
10 minutes on each chunk in a master class, given a tip for each,
Right.
that would leave a couple minutes for intro and 5 minutes for the next success steps. And then, you're done in an hour because, gone are the days of 3-hour webinars, at least ones that people stay on, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I sure don't.
And I was going to say, the article, there's a lot to unpack there. I just skimmed the surface in the
Oh,
article.
there really is. There really is. To the extent that we're looking at a 5-module course as well, because Marilyn and again, everyone else, and if you're just joining us, like a lot of people are, you're on the Content Profit Show, and we have Marilyn here in a Content Profit seat. And what we're doing is taking a piece of content she's brought and sent to me, and we're converting it into cash. We're turning it into a profitable digital product. Okay. And so it can be a lead magnet, it can be a paid for thing. A 5-module course makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Mm.
Because each
Yeah.
one is a module. And what I was going to say before I went down that side road to welcome everybody again, that's something I learned recently, new, and I'm trying to make myself do it. It's hard to remember. Anyway, um, is that when you do this, okay? Um, Crap, I forgot where I was going. I do that all the time. Okay, when you've got a module, Her article. Thank you. Yeah, 5 misconceptions about herbs. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what that implies is these are the wrong things to do, like mistakes or myths or screw ups or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for human nature is we're more attracted to the negative than we are the positive. So that pulls them in. Some people will say, well, I don't got any of those misconceptions, but and they're going to go prove it to themselves. Good, they're taking your content,
Yeah.
or gosh, I don't know what they are. Maybe I'm doing them, and they're consuming your content. That's good. Okay, and then in each part of a masterclass segment, each module, you talk about what to do instead.
Yeah.
Okay, and that will really grow what you've got here. And I like to put more in that than in the negative than the what's wrong. There's more in the okay. Here's what you do now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
any questions, my friend?
Sounds good so far.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, you and I can work together on building that out. But really, what you've got here, folks, I want you to realize this. Okay, with one article, she's now got a lead magnet, an ebook, a master class, and a course.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
darn good
Great.
for what, 500 words or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um, and every one of you can do this, folks. And every one of you is invited. I'm going to give you the link again in a minute, and it'll be on the show notes. Marilyn, how can people get a hold of you?
Okay. So they can go to my Substack, Herbs with Marilyn, but it's my name, marilynzink.substack.com.
Okay.
And if you want to upgrade, what I'm also offering to my upgraded members, paid members, is a body systems assessment. And what this does is it kind of pinpoints which areas are you're struggling with and which areas are needing attention, what herbs could help with that. So
Excellent.
I can certainly
Excellent.
show you that. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of good articles as well. The members get access to the Herbal Collective magazine online, and then I have a few PDF guides as well. So and I'll be adding more to that over
Okay.
time.
Cool. Thank you for that, and I'll be sure to put that in the show notes. For those of you that are just joining us, what we've been doing is helping Marilyn convert her article, 5 Misconceptions About Herbs, into profitable digital products. We're about to wrap up, but you'll be able to watch this either today or tomorrow right on my Substack. So watch for that. If you want to be sitting in Marilyn's seat someday, the content profit seat, not in her home, but in your home or office, the link is jeffherring.com/CPI, cat, potato, Iris. Uh, yeah, that's right. jeffherring.com/CPI. And there's places to, you'll have a schedule to choose from. And I'll follow up with you and we'll get you in. Okay. All of that's going to be in the show notes too. All right. So, Marilyn, thank you once again for being a great guest, bringing great
Thank you.
content.
Thank you.
Um, and folks, before we go, we're doing another one of these in 2 days time. Okay. Right now, live, this is Tuesday around 2. We're doing one around 2 on Thursday. And guess what? That guest is here with us. Okay. Denise Wakeman is here as somebody that's going, all right, what is Jeff going to do to me in 2 days? So she's come to listen. So thanks, Denise. We'll see you on Thursday. Everybody, thank you for being here. A lot of places you could have been. Even on Substack, there's a lot of places you could have been. You chose to be with us, and we're always honored by that. Thank you again, Marilyn. And Marilyn knows what's coming, and some of you regulars know what's coming. And until next time, go use this stuff.
Thank you.